My mother was one of the eldest daughters of the Strathmores, and the Queen Mother was positively the youngest. I think there were 10 children in all. Anyway, they were sisters. My mother and the Queen's mother were sisters, and thus makes me a first cousin to the Queen. But my grandparents, Claude, the 14th Earl or something, he was a wonderful man. He smoked cigarettes, and he had an enormous bushy moustache. And so as children, one was always waiting in eager anticipation for his moustache to catch fire, which would have been very enlivening and enjoyable. But I don't think it ever did.
When my mama was 5, there was a big family gathering at Glamis.
There was a lot of leeway for a lot of grandchildren. There were mountains of them, weren't there?
That's my grandparents' golden wedding. David, get out of the way.
David. Isn't that amazing, the whole line of them?
Well, there were a lot of grandchildren.
So
We ended up at the bottom of the line, practically.
Oh,
That's Margaret.
Margaret.
And that's my grandmother.
Oh, I always wish I'd met. Who's that holding on to?
Tidda, I think.
Is he?
Cousin Tidda. I'm going quite fast.
But this must have been taken by your papa, was it?
I think so, probably.
Yeah.
You know, that family was a surprise to the king, and I think he enjoyed going back then.
Seeing this footage for the first time helps us to understand where my grandmother got her sense of fun from, and how she passed that on to her own family. My great-uncle, David Bowes-Lyle at the back.
It was revelation to the king to see what a big family was like in its home, you know. Being brought up by King George V and Queen Mary, they were very, I don't know, I may be wrong, but I mean, it felt as if they were rather unloving, you know, unshowing of love. And he saw this ebullient, wonderful Bowes-Lyle family of huge numbers, and they all got on frightfully well.
There's my grandmother again. She was always dreaming up something wonderfully dotty to do. My grandmother. Congas round the house and things like that.